Good morning and welcome to our language lesson of the day for Miss B's ELA 7th grade class. We're going to learn about figurative language. Figurative language is another way to make your writing awesome. We're going to use this figurative language to create stronger effects, and we're going to use words and phrases that are meaningful but not real. So anytime you use figurative language, it's very meaningful in your writing, but it doesn't mean really what you were saying. So we're going to learn a little bit about that. The first one that we're going to learn about, first form of figurative language, is a simile. A simile uses the words like or as to compare one object or another with another to suggest that they are alike. For example, I have some really cool examples here. The first one is as cool as a cucumber. Okay, well, you're not really a cucumber, but you're cool, so you're as cool as a cucumber. Another example is we're like two peas in a pod. Well, we aren't really peas, are we? So it's just saying that we're close. So some more examples that are great. Or on your screen, he crept into the room as quiet as a mouse, meaning he's so quiet. The cloud was fluffy like cotton candy. Well, the cloud is obviously not really cotton candy. The snowflakes sparkled like millions of tiny diamonds. And he is as angry as a grizzly bear. These are just some examples of a simile. Some more example we're going to talk about is a metaphor. The metaphor states a fact or draws a verbal picture by the use of comparison. So while a simile would say that you are like something, a metaphor is more concrete. So it says you are something. For example, you are the apple of my eye. You are my sunshine. So the difference between a metaphor really and a simile is a simile uses like or as to compare two things, and a metaphor says you are something. So it compares you to something else. Personification is real fun. This is one of my favorites. It's a figure of speech in which human characteristics are given to an animal or even an object. And in this case, the object is the car. It says the car was suffering and was in need of some TLC. Well, the car's not really suffering because it's not human. So it might be broken and need to be fixed, but it's not feeling bad. The leaves dance their way through the lawn. While they look like they're partying right there, they don't really have arms and legs. So they didn't dance. So that's giving human characteristics to something, an animal or an object. That's a real fun one. The next one that we're going to discuss is called alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of the same initial letter, sound, or group of sounds in a series of words. It can also include tongue twisters. Okay, so sheep should shower in a shed. Okay, that can be kind of hard to say sometimes. Busy buzzing, the bee behaved beautifully. Almost every word in that sentence started with the word be. So if you're ever asked to look for figurative language, this is an easy one to look for. Another one is onomatopoeia. This is a favorite also, and it's a favorite with students. It's the use of words to describe or imitate a natural sound or the sound made by an object or an action. Poof, kaboom, ar, crack, gulp, vroom, boom. Okay, those sound like when you read them, they sound the way that you're reading them. Onomatopoeia is a sentence from nature. This is an example of ducks quack loudly as they splash across the pond. Okay, quack and splash are also uses of onomatopoeia. And our last one that we're going to talk about today and learn about this year actually is hyperbole. This is an exaggeration that is so dramatic that no one would believe the statement is true. Tall tales are hyperboles. When somebody says something so ridiculous, you just know it's not true. Okay, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. You're not really hungry enough to eat a horse. You're just very hungry. I'm so tired I could sleep a year. We might be very tired, but it's impossible to sleep for a whole year. And all ears, that just means that you have somebody's attention or that somebody has your attention. All ears are not really all made of ears. Okay. So soon we're going to be writing some of our own and coming up with ways to include that in our own creative writing. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we will see you soon.